What if I told you that Spider-Man himself just got hurt on set? Yes, you heard that right. Tom Holland, the beloved face of Peter Parker, reportedly suffered an injury while filming his brand new Spider-Man movie, and fans are stunned. Today we're diving into everything we know so far about the accident, the film, and what it means for Marvel's future. Stay tuned, because the story is even more dramatic than you think. Tom Holland has become a household name thanks to his portrayal of Spider-Man, starting back in Captain America, Civil War, and then carrying through hits like Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home, and the billion-dollar success No Way Home. By now, fans almost see him as inseparable from the web-slinging hero. But his journey has not been without risks. Performing action-packed stunts comes with real danger, and now that danger has caught up with him during the making of Spider-Man, Brand New Day. According to reports, Tom Holland was injured while performing a stunt at Leavesden Studios in England. During the sequence, he suffered a mild concussion after hitting his head. While the injury is not life-threatening, it has raised questions about whether production might face delays. Even more shocking? A stunt double was also reportedly hospitalized, though details on her condition remain limited. Now, here's the question that everyone is asking. How serious is this? For Marvel, this isn't just about a small hiccup. This is about the future of one of the most valuable characters in movie history. Remember, No Way Home alone made nearly $2 billion at the box office. Losing Holland, even temporarily, could affect not just this movie, but the entire MCU storyline. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. Just a day after the injury, Holland stepped out in London with his fiancée, Zendaya, at the Brothers Trust Gala. Fans were relieved to see him smiling, posing for photos, and even participating in the charity's signature Tom Holland Posh Pub Quiz. If he was badly hurt, would he really be out in public the very next evening? That's the kind of mystery that has people debating on social media right now. But let's pull back for a moment. Holland's injury happened on the set of Spider-Man, Brand New Day, the fourth solo Spider-Man film in his run. And let's not forget, this will actually be his 8th appearance as the character, counting Avengers, Infinity War, Endgame, and even a cameo in Venom, Let There Be Carnage. That's a lot of time wearing the red and blue suit. Which leads to another big question. Is Tom Holland's body reaching its breaking point from the physical demands of Spider-Man? Fans are torn. On one hand, many argue that it's time for Holland to take fewer risks and let stunt doubles handle the most dangerous work. On the other hand, his commitment to authenticity, actually throwing himself into fight scenes, flips, and high-impact action, is exactly what makes his Spider-Man performances so electric. Could dialing it back change the character's energy on screen? And speaking of energy, the production team now faces a major test. Sony and Marvel are set to meet to figure out the path forward. Should they pause filming? Should they rework the stunt sequences to reduce risk? Or should they press on and trust Holland's resilience? Whatever they decide, the clock is ticking. Blockbuster movies operate on tight schedules, and every delay can cost millions. But here's where things get even wilder. At the same time Holland is shooting Spider-Man, Brand New Day, he's also filming Avengers, Doomsday, the next big Marvel ensemble movie, and Christopher Nolan's upcoming project, The Odyssey. That means his workload is absolutely massive. Could overexertion have played a role in his accident? Fans certainly think so. After all, even superheroes can only handle so much. Meanwhile, the film itself, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, is shaping up to be a huge spectacle. Returning cast members include Zendaya, Jacob Batalon, Mark Ruffalo, John Bernthal, and Michael Mando. Plus, we're getting exciting new faces like Sadie Sink from Stranger Things, Trammell Tillman from Severance, and Liza Colon-Zayas from The Bear. With such a stacked cast, expectations are sky high. But can the production live up to those expectations if its leading man is sidelined, even temporarily? Here's another layer you might not have thought about. Marvel Studios has been under enormous pressure after mixed reactions to its recent phases. Some movies and shows have been called too rushed or lacking the spark that made the earlier film's global events. The studio desperately needs a win, and Spider-Man has consistently delivered. If this film faces trouble, Marvel's reputation could take another hit at a time when it can least afford one. Now let's not forget the human side of all this. Tom Holland isn't just Spider-Man. He's also a 29-year-old man juggling fame, a high-profile relationship, and a demanding career. Fans saw his chemistry with Zendaya blossom both on and off screen, turning them into one of Hollywood's most beloved couples. Seeing them together at the Brothers Trust Gala after his injury reassured many people. It showed resilience, determination, and the fact that Holland isn't letting a setback stop him from living his life. But it also highlights how much pressure he must be under, balancing blockbuster responsibilities with his personal world. So, where does this leave us? On one hand, Tom Holland appears to be recovering well. His public appearance suggests that the concussion was not severe. On the other hand, concussions are no small matter. Even mild ones can have lasting effects if not handled properly. Doctors typically advise rest and limited activity until symptoms fully disappear. If Holland pushes himself too soon, he risks compounding the injury. That could have long-term consequences not just for his health, but for Spider-Man's future. Let's imagine for a moment, what if Holland had to step back from the role, even temporarily? Who could possibly fill his shoes? Fans already fought bitterly over Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, with each era of Spider-Man sparking passionate debate. Bringing in a replacement, even as a short-term stand-in, could fracture the fan base at the exact wrong moment. Marvel and Sony know this, which is why they'll likely do everything possible to keep Holland front and center. And then there's the story of Brand New Day itself. While plot details are being kept under wraps, insiders suggest it may introduce darker themes and even test Spider-Man's moral limits. Imagine trying to balance a high-stakes storyline with real-world health concerns for its star. That tension alone could shape how the movie is received when it finally hits theaters. For now, what we know is this. Tom Holland suffered a mild concussion while performing a stunt. Production is still ongoing, Marvel and Sony are regrouping, and fans around the world are holding their breath. The injury may not be catastrophic, but it's a reminder that superheroes may look invincible on screen, yet behind the mask, they're still human. And here's the final twist. Sometimes these kinds of real-life setbacks actually add to the legend of the movie. Think about it. When fans watch Spider-Man, Brand New Day someday, they won't just be watching another Marvel film. They'll be watching the one that almost got derailed by its star's injury, the one that pushed Tom Holland to his limits, the one that proved even the strongest heroes can stumble before standing tall again. So, as we wait for updates, one thing is clear. This isn't just about a stunt gone wrong. It's about resilience, risk, and the very human cost of bringing our favorite superheroes to life. The world will be watching, not just for Spider-Man's next swing through New York, but to see if Tom Holland can swing back stronger than ever.